Ladies and gentlemen, we're in Vegas and we have the Zone GT Battle Pack. All right, guys, we're here at Sunset Park, the home of the Halloween Classic, which goes down obviously on the weekend of Halloween. And I got my Zone GT Battle Pack. So I thought I don't know if you can hear the cannons in the background. We are not being invaded. There is a Renaissance fair going on right now at the park. But I thought this would be a great day to not only test out these new discs, but also kind of share with you guys my process of what goes in the bag, what doesn't go in the bag. Are these two potentially going to change a disc out? I'll kind of show you how I do that today. So you can buy these Zone GT battle packs and test these out for yourself. Discraft is going to open up voting October 27th, and it runs all the way through January 2024. And you get to decide what disc you liked better, and I guess that's the one that they're gonna produce. So here I have my Get Freaky Zone. The big differences between all three of these is basically the top and how the feel is. So this one is the GT Ringer concept. Can't actually feel that much of a difference for forehand, but for backhand, if you like to grip near the rim like I do, you can actually have a little bit of a ridge right here. Now for the banger, I'll tell you right now, if you're a split grip finger thrower for the forehand, this actually feels probably better than not having the banger GT concept. However, I like to throw like this and it feels not good. So I will not be throwing forehands probably with this that well because it just doesn't feel that well for me. However, I like to throw like this and it feels not good. So I will not be throwing forehands probably with this that well because it just doesn't feel that well for me. But for backhand now, where I set my finger, you can go here or you can go here and you kind of get in that little groove. It's interesting. I don't know if this is really for me. I don't think I actually enjoy the feel of the Banger GT that much. But we're gonna test them out today. We're gonna play a couple holes. I'm gonna throw them against some of the zones I currently bag to kind of see how they fly differently. And we're just gonna give you kind of a process of how I pick out the disc. All right, that was it's pretty overstable. Those flew pretty similar on my stock hyzer angle. I've got Kelsey with me today. We might actually have her throw forehands a little bit because she actually likes throwing the forehand Get Freaky. So I'd be curious to see how she thinks they fly. But when I'm testing out discs to see if they're actually gonna go in my bag, I'm not a huge feel guy. Like some people are like, I hate bead, I hate micro bead. I'm not like that. The Banger's the first disc I've ever felt where I was like, this is a little bit outside my comfort zone. The other one that comes to mind is like the Rattler. But the majority of the time, I'm just seeing like, do these fly anything different than what I currently have? And if they do, is that a flight that I need? That is what I'm really trying to test today. These are the zones currently that I bag. Obviously my old school Get Freaky stock zone. You have my Dark Horse ESP zone. And then this is my Get Beefy ZoneOS, which I want to really see kind of how these fly differently to those. So I'm gonna first show you the flight of what these look like. And then we're gonna kind of test them to these. Same thing, we're going stock shot. A lot of glide on that one because it's really beat in. Yeah, those two are kind of a little similar. This is now the Get Beefy. You'll see the difference in this one drastically. I mean, that thing just comes straight. If you throw that thing on hyzer, it's GG, night night. I think that's a little bit more overstable than both my zones. Initial first flight. Now obviously I'm not a robot, so now all my flights are perfect. And we're just gonna keep throwing them. Another thing that I look at is just kind of the placement of how far away these discs are. So from throwing them, I would have assumed that both the Banger GT and the Ringer GT zones were gonna be a little bit shorter than my Get Freaky, because my Get Freaky is the most.
Where is it?
It's kind of hidden, but it's
Oh,
about 15 feet farther, I would say. 15 to 18 feet farther. That makes sense because this is more of a beat-in zone, so it's just gonna fly, stay in the air longer. Where these are obviously a little more overstable, they're gonna get to the ground. The next step, we're gonna do forehand on the next hole and kind of see how they can handle the torque resistance of a forehand. That was pretty smooth.
I was gonna say, that was
not
pretty
much
good.
wobble. Now this I'm really worried about because like I said, I don't throw the split grip, so shout out to Trevor, Hunter, split grip forehand, here we go. I don't think I can throw it like this. I have to go split grip.
And he throws it just fine. Literally right under the basket. Wow.
Do not, whatever you guys do not send that clip to Trevor and Hunter. Please do not.
I look really lovely today, guys, so enjoy
You look
that.
great. You look great. All right, initial reactions on how they feel.
This one's kind of scary. I don't like this
The groove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really like
The
that.
groove track.
Kind of throws off.
What about the pink one? The pink one just got a little rim on the top.
I like the feel of the pink one. I don't really feel the rim though.
Oh, you don't? Okay, but this one's noticeable.
Yeah.
All right, which one you want to throw first? I'll hold the other one.
I'll throw this one first since
Okay.
it's the freakiest.
You got split grip there, or what's
I don't know what's gonna happen with this, so I'm gonna wait till these people are.
What's your grip underneath?
Oh.
You don't want to split it?
What is that?
Like, does that feel comfortable? Wait, turn it so we can see it. Does that feel comfortable, or does having this on the outside of the groove feel more comfortable?
No. Now I feel the rim. Now that you said something.
Yeah, you should feel it a little bit.
Oh, I like that one. No, I don't.
I think
That
you
one
don't.
went way further.
I think you can put them on more angle.
Okay.
You're gonna have to try it again. Get Freaky Zone now.
That went significantly further than the other two.
That is where the banger ended up. The Get Freaky is a little bit further up, and then the pink one, yeah, you can throw them with a little more flex. The pink one ended up over here. This one, try to throw it a little more flex because it is overstable. So you can trust it to come back to the right if you throw it a little more. Wow.
That's not bad.
Great shot. We're gonna try to see how these fly with a little bit of an angle on them. You actually gotta see the forehand flex a little bit with Kelsey. I'll show you here in a second how it throws with I throw the forehand flex. We're gonna try to work one through this gap to that basket, put this on a little angle and see kind of how it flies once it's got a little bit of a ante on it. Yeah, that came out pretty nice.
Tree.
That's on me, that's not on the disc, that's on me. We're now gonna test these out on a little bit of a forehand flex shot.
Not bad.
All right. That flew pretty good.
He said hammer time.
I threw that one on a little bit more angle.
I like
Still
the
kind of
first-
glided
I like
a
the
little
first
bit.
one.
Yeah, I mean, they're overstable, guys. I would consider them like an overstable run of zones. The ringer has a potential. I'm gonna mess around with it, maybe try it in some different plastics if they end up going with that run to maybe make the bag as an overstable zone. Because right now I'm looking for that overstable zone that goes in between my straight Get Freaky and then also in between my ZoneOS Get Beefy. And the ringer right now, off the shelf, I like the feel of it the most. I think some people might like that banger feel. Kelsey was a little bit thrown off by it. I'm definitely thrown off by it, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you team ringer? Are you team banger? We'll guys see you in the next one. Keep slinging them discs.